One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Ducks ready to get this thing started and open the season. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Now on the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. He'll ride his man on the option. He's loose. Turning on the Jets. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
And the Noles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll send the back in motion. Oh, it's out! Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll try to get outside. Breaks the tackle. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Here comes the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. The option look. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking, we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this 1st down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knowles!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Moore will throw. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted, receiver ran on the route, just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quick strike complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
Now the pitch. Touchdown, Ducks! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Anytime the pitchman is able to score on these option-type plays, there has to be great blocking downfield by the wide receiver. That was absolutely textbook, and that's what allowed the running back to go score.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Powers through the defender.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Using his legs, it's Webster. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
Motion from the back. The toss to the right. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Goes to the option. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Seminoles line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. going right to work up top. Might be looking to run. He's going to take off. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Back to pass. Fires left. Complete downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Stewart. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Ducks come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Moore to the air. Here's a heat. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Gets the back moving. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in, the first down and more. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking for a crease to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now have got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board, David.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Castellanos. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Robinson. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think a swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
On the option. Quick toss. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Alchuk. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Stadium this size makes so much noise. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. He'll pitch it. There he goes. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense. The Noles are marching down the field. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. back in motion, try to clear the picture. The give on the option. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And here in the 2nd quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Tackled there by the defense.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grab near the marker, it's Stewart. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Moore will throw. Finds his man. It's Whittington. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? He's looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the Ducks decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And you just won't see a more effective punt than that, out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Little touch pass to the receiver. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Webster. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Makes the play in the backfield again, and the defense can use a timeout and get the ball back here. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the ground with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Moore to the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Oregon! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's White. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. The sure hands, it's Williams. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. He's taking the shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run, and they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Noles will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Dumps it to the back. Got a man. It's Hughes. It's a seam wide open. And the big gain. And they've got it on the 46.
And this four vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Now the play fake. Fires downfield. He's open on the right. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Just keep slinging it. Working that left side now. It's a running room. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Moore will throw. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll leave it with him. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Castellanos. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
The Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now on the option. Slithers into space. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, a lot of space. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They stripped it out. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
And if you're an offensive coordinator, you're like, whoa, thank you, Jesus. We got the lead. We're in a great situation. We got to continue to put pressure on the defense, run that clock in the second half with our lead. Thank goodness that thing kept rolling and went out of bounds.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Moore to the air. Plucks it out of the air. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. On the option. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And I feel sorry for this defense. Like, they're having to defend the entire field. QB's already shown he can beat you with his arm. Now with his legs and his decision-making, getting the ball to the pitch, man, he's shown a variety. In this defense, they're having to defend the whole entire field.
To the air on first down. He lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense. Second interception of the day for the Seminoles. It's like they've run a secondary out there with Deion Sanders, Terrell Buckley, and Lee Corso.
And what does Deion say? You know, look good, feel good, play good, get paid good. These guys in the secondary making plays. This man might have made himself some money at the next level.
Sends it back in motion. On the option. The pitch. Nice move to keep running.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give is to Williams. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. They'll give it on the jet sweep, looking for room outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown Seminoles!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Slings it downfield. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Motion from the back. Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Stewart. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. The toss sweep to the right. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Gonna sling it on second down. Finds his big tight end. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Moore to the air. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on second down. Firing to the right, complete. Tackle made at the 9-yard line. After the catch, it'll be first and goal.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. With the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Trying play action. Looking to buy time. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Throwing on the run. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Turns it on in midfield. Just an outstanding return after the pick, and he'll put that offense in business at the 5.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback making checks. Oh, it's a reverse. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Moore will throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Quarterback will keep it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll step out of bounds at the 13, and that gives him a little bit more room.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
1st and 10 from their own 13. To the air, it's Berry. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Lofts one high and deep. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He'll take it himself. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Release to the back. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Right back to the well. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? They'll move the wide receiver. Moore to the air. Makes the catch. It's Moore. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Sends it back in motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Quick completion on the out. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Corners are going to bail. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Toss to the outside. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.